Okay, it's supposed to help you avoid spelling mistakes, but now a tech giant is using the feature that corrects your typing to also correct your thinking. Microsoft's politically correct autocorrect is this week's Loony Left. Microsoft's new software suggests edits to words and phrases that it deems politically incorrect. It's all pretty mild for now, like changing policeman to police officer, mailman to mail person, and even changing phrases like gentleman's agreement to unspoken agreement. But as we know, this is a slippery slope, and it reminded me that almost every day George Orwell's brilliant warning about totalitarian rule, 1984, is coming true. Just listen to this description of 1984's thought-controlling language, newspeak. To meet the ideological requirements of English socialism, INGSOC, the ruling party created newspeak, a controlled language of restricted grammar and limited vocabulary meant to limit the freedom of thought, personal identity, self-expression, free will, that threatens the ideology of the regime of Big Brother and the party, who have criminalized such concepts into thought crime as contradictions of INGSOC orthodoxy. Newspeak had words and phrases like joy camp for a forced labour camp, rectify for changing the historical record, black-white, the ability to believe black is white and forget you ever thought differently, and of course slogans like war is peace, freedom is slavery, and ignorance is strength. Look, I know it might sound nuts, but seriously, how long will it be before computer programs created by our tech overlords, who are, of course, all infiltrated from top to bottom by the left, start suggesting and then imposing their own newspeak language in an effort to eliminate thought crime, i.e. disagreeing with the loony left ideological orthodoxy?
Well, you know, every time you write something down, this is like the ultimate personalized effort to condition, that you would write something down and then you're being told that's wrong. And it's reinforced every single time it changes it. And even like now we have it. Whenever I type in Buttigieg, which I know I'm typing it wrong, spell check knows immediately how to spell it. When I type in Trump, it still doesn't know I'm trying to type Trump. Now, these are small things, but when you're looking at the nature of the messaging back to you, but also when we think about like the Echo, the Amazon, and the messages you ask it, the questions you ask it are recorded somewhere, and they use it to know your voice. The fact is that I don't think we can expect that to remain on a local device. That if you're the one guy in your neighborhood who refuses to accept the change to police officer, someone's going to know. And if you're the one guy who refuses to take any of the suggestions, those are the kinds of things then that might become inconvenient for you. It is something we should, let's just say, resist with all our might.
I really agree. I think it's frightening.
Well, you know, there used to be a word for this. It was called blasphemy. That when you had the pre-liberal societies, there was an orthodoxy. You had to say it, you had to repeat it, and if you didn't, you blasphemed against the gods. And if what we're talking about now is this sort of pushing towards us thinking in all the right words, it's just blasphemy through the back door. And it throws out 300 years of freedom, which is basically what has brought America and brought the world the sort of wonderful world that we have.
And highlighting the fact that the left is now a religion. It's a religion and expects those kinds of things from us.
Such a great analogy.
But it's also in like so many aspects of our lives, right? With the left and sort of the conditioning of the way you view the world. You look at the left controls the entertainment industry by and large. It's the commercials you watch. It's the movies you watch, the way that those are presented. It's social media as well. I was reading about a PhD in psychology, Ray Blanchard, whose account was blocked, I believe, today, who's part of a working group on gender dysphoria, who's basically just put up his clinical observations on transgenderism, and his account was blocked. So it's Twitter, it's social media as well. So it's kind of every aspect of our life, and the way the left controls, or at least tries to control, the way people view the world and the way they think.
I know. I mean, we have to leave it there, but it's such a big topic because, of course, it also goes to the fact that you've got these monopolies now in the way so much of the discourse is happening. Facebook, you know, calls this week to break that up. I mean, they control language and discussion, and that's their method to end up controlling you and get their agenda through. It's really frightening. Anyway, thank you very much.